Hey, good morning. It's Edna Keep here live. Today we're going to talk about how to scale your portfolio on your schedule. I know schedule is a big deal for some people because they're still working full time. They'd like to try to figure out a way to not work full time, but so far they are. So how do you do it on your schedule? And remember, if you need my help, go to 90daysto5k.com. So first of all, the key is to actually schedule the time that it takes in order to scale your portfolio. That might be something as simple as attending the course that you bought, students. I have some that have and they're not showing up. That schedule it, put it in your calendar, and no matter what happens, show up and be part of it. That's the way to do anything in life, is to schedule it. Just like a goal is not a concrete goal unless it's written down. Action steps that need to be taken are not real action steps if they're not scheduled into your schedule. So if you are a 9-to-5er and you have to schedule your real estate around your work, do it. Maybe instead of eating with your coworkers, you eat at your desk and you get your education done. Or you use that time to call your investors. Or you use that time to do a video to get your face out in front of people so that they start looking at you as somebody who knows what they're doing. All those things need to be scheduled. You know, and it has to get to be a habit. For about 2, maybe even 3 years now, I've been doing Mindset Mondays and Free Coaching Fridays. And my marketing team challenged me to step up my game and do it daily. So I still haven't got that perfectly fine-tuned. For example, today I didn't get started till 10:30. And I have, in order to make this happen, I do write it in my schedule every morning at 10 o'clock. Sometimes things overlap and I don't get on right at 10, but as soon as I can get on, I get on. And if it's scheduled, even if you're not perfect, you can get it done, right? If you don't have it on the schedule, and I'm the same as you guys. I've had times where I forgot to write it in my schedule, and one call blends into another call, blends into some paperwork, and next thing you know, it's the end of the day, and you go, dang, I didn't get my video done today. So what are you doing to schedule that stuff? Like things that we've talked about to help you with your mindset. What are you doing to schedule that? Are you practicing your morning meditation every day? Are you giving yourself some time to just sit and think? Do you give yourself some time to exercise? Do you give yourself some time to pre-plan your meals so you're eating healthy every week? What can you do? You know, if you set those things in your schedule, you don't miss them near as much. And networking, I always tell my students that the best way to get out there and meet potential investors is through networking. And I have people who've never put a networking event into their calendar. So here's a challenge for you. Put one in there this month, this week, and get out there and get it done. Even just last week, I was challenging one of my students to show up for networking. What could they do to make this networking opportunity happen? And he said, yeah, and our monthly meeting for the preg group was on Wednesday, and I totally forgot to come. Well, was it in your schedule? No, it wasn't. I mean, sometimes things come up last minute. You don't always make it, but if you write it down and put it in your schedule, first of all, people can't book other times around that, because I do book all my bookings with an online scheduler. And for those of you that are working at that scale and you're booking a lot of appointments too, get one of those schedulers. The one I use is called Schedule Once, or I think it's actually amalgamated now with HubSpot, but I think you can still find it under Schedule Once. And whenever somebody says to me, Edna, when can I talk to you? I just send them my link, because I could say 4 o'clock. They could say, 4 doesn't work. How about 4 tomorrow? And I could say, no, 4 doesn't work. How about 2 o'clock the next day? No, and go back and forth and waste a whole bunch of time. I send them my link and I go, find a time here that works for you. Then you don't have to ask me 10 times. I don't have to ask you 10 times. So if you guys are running across that issue, get a scheduler. It's absolutely worth it. I think I pay 19 bucks a month. It totally saves a whole bunch of waste of time with emails. My coaching students know that when it's time for them to book their coaching call, here's the link, book it. I don't have to, I keep emailing it to them either. You save that link, and then when it's time, you book it. So how many ways can you work at fine-tuning your schedule to make sure the stuff that's getting on there? Some of my students are saying, well, I'm not finding any deals to analyze. Well, you know what? Get on some realtors lists. Start getting them to send you some deals. Even if it's an area you're not working in, get to know and understand, and then that way you can compare your area to the other area. This is what I'm finding in this area. Things are overpriced. You can't cash flow. That's why I chose this area. So it's good to analyze all kinds of properties that come across your desk. It doesn't matter. And as you analyze them, you'll know. If that's a goal that you have, put it in your day timer and write it down. Even though I use an online scheduler, I transpose it into my book, because I've had times where I couldn't get access to my computer for whatever reason, and then I miss a call, and I hate missing calls. The other thing that I've done is, when on my scheduler, I don't say I'm going to call you. I say you call me. And the reason I do that, again, it's another time-saving thing. If I'm talking to somebody and our call goes over time, I don't always notice, because I'm not watching the clock. We're having a great conversation, things are happening, we're talking about this, we're maybe doing deals, and if the phone rings and I look down, I go, oh my gosh, Mary's calling me, it's time for our call, then I just, okay, got to get off, got to go. Sometimes I might hit, can I call you back in a minute? And I call back immediately and say, thanks for your patience. Sorry, my last call took a little longer. And I always explain to them, that's exactly why I have you call me instead of me calling you. The other thing is, sometimes I call and I get that message, and I don't like getting that message. So that's another reason why I have them call me. So where in your schedule can you fine tune that kind of stuff so that you're not wasting your time? Another time-saving technique for any of you that are like anything, handle paper once if you can. My husband is notorious for handling paper like 4 times. He doesn't like paperwork, and he sits at the table, because he doesn't use his desk, and he goes through it once, and he gets into it and starts working on it, and something else comes up, and he's off and he's gone and he's back. Like, I bet you I watch him handle that same piece of paper 4 or 5 times. And I keep telling him what a waste of time that is, but he doesn't listen to me, because it's a sore point for him. He really doesn't like paperwork. I don't mind paperwork, because I handle it once or twice. I'll put it to the side. I'll put it into a file. I check those files every day. It's not like it's going to be put away and you never look at it again. Or if it's something you can't deal with for a week, put it in your calendar and schedule it. Say, review such and such on such and such a day. Maybe you got to wait for a bank statement to come in. Maybe you got to wait for a bill that you're waiting on. Anything like that. All those little schedule things really can make a difference in your day. So if you're finding that you don't have enough time, sit down and pre-plan some stuff. Because if you pre-plan what's important to you, you'll be further ahead. Do you remember that old story about putting the big rocks in the jar first? Because if you put a whole bunch of sand in your jar, you're not going to have room for big rocks. So you put the important stuff in first, and then you fill it up after. So put the big rocks, then the small rocks, and then the sand, and then the water last. So keep that in mind too when you're filling out your scheduler. I don't think I've ever seen a busy person schedule TV into their schedule. I've never seen that on my calendar. That's kind of a time filler. If I've got everything else done, I got nothing else to do, or I get to the point where my brain's just fried for the day, then it's a TV thing. It's never scheduled. So what are some big rocks that you need to schedule? That's something that you need to ask yourself, and then get it done. So how do you build your portfolio on your schedule? Put it in your schedule, and things will happen for you. Hope you enjoyed my topic today. And like I said, if you want my help building your real estate portfolio to a sizable amount, reach out to me at 90days-to-5k.com. Thanks for listening. Bye for now. Hey, hi everyone. Nice to see you guys on. Hi Derek. Hi Walter. Hi Marja. Julia. Hi Jackie. Nice to see you guys. Take care.